Now, when it comes to crime or any other story, let's call it like it is. I'm going to be the guy that will report it to you in ways that the news media will not report it to you. Guys, today we're going to be talking about a crime that occurred, a Taiwanese type of crime, of course, that occurred in Kansas City as it was a mass shooting. It wasn't even the only mass shooting. We'll get to that. We'll get to the agenda. We'll get to everything they're doing, but this was actually a pretty big deal. I think we're going to put this on the Crime Time channel. I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Let's get into it. Let's do it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm thejbgunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before we get started, let me first and foremost say thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Any of my channels, regardless of platform and regardless of the method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Guys, truth is, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do across a variety of channels if it wasn't for you, the Gun Squad. Big shout out to you guys. Love you so much. If you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Support the channel. Join the Gun Squad today. That's also where you can find the links to all my other content, or at least the content that I provide to you guys on the other channels. Got a politics channel, a live stream channel, a brand new amusement park channel, pro wrestling, gaming, all that different type of shit. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this story because, well, I've tried to stay away from the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just going to call it what it is. I typically don't do the conspiracies, and let's just call it. Whether it's politically, there's been a lot of conspiracies with the Kansas City Chiefs. In the NFL, there's a lot of conspiracies. We had the 3 friends that overdosed in Kansas City, which I did cover that story. But it's hard to not cover this story. I don't know what the fuck is in Kansas City's water, but you motherfuckers are out there losing your shit. We got Taiwanese action in Kansas City as we have a mass shooting. I believe it's 30-something injured and 1 dead. We'll get to all that. Let's just jump right into it. Kansas City cops claim Super Bowl parade shooting that left 1 dead and 21 others injured, including 9 kids. 9 motherfucking kids was shot. Was not targeted. Ain't that the exact same thing that they said in the Idaho 4 case? Come on, man. What do you mean not targeted? I mean, I guess you can look at it as not targeted if a motherfucker just went there and tried to shoot everybody. And I did see it. There was a diverse group of people that was, I guess you could say, hurt. So I can agree that it probably wasn't targeted, but based on who the shooters are, there was probably some gang activity. There was probably something of that nature. But, you know, I don't know that for sure, so let me not say that. As a hero took down the government, armed with a high-caliber rifle, speaks out. Now, I will tell you this. They are going to push this gun agenda. I think we all know this. They do this with every single mass shooting. They never correct the people. It's always the utensil. If you're fat as fuck, it ain't because you are lazy or eat too much or eat the wrong shit. It's got to be the fork's fault. Sounds stupid, don't it? Exactly. But let's go ahead and get same thing with the guns, right? But let's go ahead and get to this. Images have surfaced, and before any of you libtards start talking shit, let me make something clear to you. The Idaho 4 was killed with a knife. Correct? That was a mass killing. Now, images have surfaced showing an assault rifle weapon that is believed to have been used in the Kansas City Super Bowl parade shooting. Gunmen opened fire after the Kansas City Chiefs left the stage on what should have been a triumphant day for the city following their Super Bowl win. 11 children were rushed to the hospital following the shooting, 9 of whom are reportedly being treated for gunshot wounds. 21 people have been injured. I don't know if I could say this was, look, man, people brought, clearly, I don't believe in the word assault rifles. People clearly brought high caliber weapons to a Super Bowl parade. To believe this was not premeditated is insanity. I don't know any motherfucker that just walks around with an AR-15 or anything. Usually, the people with AR-15s and stuff like this are responsible gun owners. I don't know anybody just carrying it, especially to a parade. So I just want to say this, that for a person to have a high caliber rifle, for a person to engage in something like this, they had to have had a plan. So by definition, there had to be a target. Even if that target was all you motherfuckers. Let's just go ahead and get to this. Let's go ahead and get to the news, because there's a lot to cover with this case. By the way, I want to show you guys something. For you, Travis Kelce people? Is that Travis Kelce? I'm a little confused. Am I wrong? Is that not him? And is that by any chance his real girlfriend? Look, she was gonna kiss him, and he's. Or was that just some random fan that they allowed on the Super Bowl grass? Look at this. This looks like a pretty passionate fucking tap on the ass. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't. Maybe Travis Kelce just looks like everybody else. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. I ain't watched football since Colin Kaepernick took a knee. So I could be completely wrong. I'm just saying. I don't look like Tyler. What was that thing's name? Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith. I don't know. I don't know. I don't listen to gay ass music, and I don't watch Kaepernick's little league. I'm sorry. You say you kneel for the anthem. I ain't gonna watch it no more. And I'm a sports fan. I don't do it. I ain't doing it. I would have hugged that bitch too, though. She was fine as shit. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Let's get back to this. Let's go.
Yeah, the Kansas City Super Bowl victory parade has left one person dead and nearly 24 people with gunshot wounds.
The rapid gunfire sent thousands of panicked fans running for their lives. In an instant, the sound of joyous cheers and joyful chants were replaced with the sound of screams and sirens. Tragically, at least 8 young children, excited fans of the Chiefs,
oh, Tyrone can't fight.
Wounded.
We have team coverage of this.
Tyrone genuinely can't fight. I'm being dead honest. I know you're watching, Tyrone. Like, do you ever know how to, like, can you ever actually handle combat without a weapon or other people? It's a genuine question. A serious, genuine question.
Deadly shooting. Chris Wolf gathering reaction for us tonight. But first, here's what we know about today's attack. It was nearing the end of the Chiefs' victory parade. Hundreds of thousands had gathered in downtown Kansas City to cheer on the team.
It's a big ass parade.
Suddenly.
Okay, I don't think that was Kelce, because Kelce's got a hell of a beard. Now, I don't know if that image that I showed you guys a second ago was from the Super Bowl or not. Well, yeah, it says, was that from the conference championship or was that from the Super Bowl? It says Super Bowl champion. Yeah, that's not Kelce. These motherfuckers done. Or was it Kelce? But Kelce had a beard at the Super Bowl. You know what? I don't fucking know. Unless that motherfucker grows a beard. You know what? I don't even want to play in the Travis Kelce. I don't even want to play in the Travis Kelce world. Fuck it.
Phones capture the gunshots in the crowd just outside of Union Station.
And we just heard this big, loud bang, and everyone was just told to get down on the ground and get close. So I grabbed my son and we got close to the fence.
Police swarmed the area near the old train station, taking 2 men into custody, while this video shows spectators tackling a third man as he tries to get away through the crowd.
Tyrone got hit, got nailed.
Paul Contreras was one of those good Samaritans.
I heard somebody yelling to stop this guy, tackle him. He got close to me. I got the right angle on him, and I hit him from behind. And when I hit him from behind, I either jarred the gun out of his hand or out of his sleeve.
Sadly, one person was killed during the shooting. She's been identified as Lisa Lopez Galvan, a mother of 2. Her son was also hurt but is okay. 2 of her nieces are still hospitalized. And they are just some of the 24.
Can I ask you broads a question? Why do y'all put your phones in your assholes? Serious question. Like, why do y'all? Because I know you all buy the new iPhones. Us dudes don't upgrade like that. We don't really care. We don't really upgrade like that. Like, I don't have like an iPhone 15. But you women do. And I'm curious, and I've noticed this for years. Why do you always put it in your ass? Like in your back pocket? A, where it could be pickpocketed, and B, where you're gonna sit on it. You know how many broads have broke their fucking phone from sitting on it that I've known? And I'm like, well, you dumb bitch. This is how you don't break your phone. You don't put it in your asshole, dummy. Anyway, let's go. I'm just curious, just a random question.
And others wounded or hurt during this gunfire, many of them children.
We have had 12 patients that we have treated, 11 of which are children with 9 gunshot wounds. None of those patients, all of those patients we expect to have a full recovery.
At least 2 adults, though, remain in critical condition.
That's how you knew it was a Tyrone anyway. That motherfucker can't shoot to kill to save his life. He may hit you, but I bet you that motherfucker even uses the AR sideways. I'm just saying.
And while no motive for the shooting has been announced, it may be the result of a dispute between armed attendees in the huge crowd. KC's mayor saying what many Americans are feeling tonight.
Parades, rallies, schools,
some gangs,
movies. It seems like almost nothing is safe.
There may have been a dispute.
And Mayor Lucas says that
he said may have been a dispute between armed Tyrones and shit. Well, I pretty much can guarantee it. Let's go to the Tyrone file. I just want you to understand, I can almost guarantee you, because let's just take a look right here. CNN Health, firearm homicide death rates by race. Annual firearm homicide deaths among men per 100,000. I understand a lot of you guys don't understand per capita, but I just want you to take a look at some of these rates right here. 2.77 for defined European. This is just Missouri. 59.42. So I want you to understand, look at these numbers. 1.52 to 49.14, Michigan. Illinois, 1.05 white victims out of 100,000, 47.94. And by the way, 92% of black homicide victims are killed by other black homicide offenders. It's just the truth of the matter. I can show you plenty of statistics, but clearly there is a shooting epidemic amongst a certain community. That's all I'm gonna say. And it may be the same community that raps about it and talks about, we're savages, yo, we're savages, yo. I don't disagree. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to this. Let's go.
That 800 uniformed police officers were there at that celebration today, but that just didn't deter at least one shooter from opening fire. Sure.
At least one, they say. At least one. Anyways, back to this. Let's just run through kind of some of the headlines that we got. Look, the world is getting dangerous right now. I want to say this before we continue on with this video. It is getting dangerous. Foolishly, I moved from the mountains back to the city. But it's only for a year. I will say this, though, okay? All jokes aside, even as someone that attends highly public areas like amusement parks and things like this, it's getting to the point where it is extremely dangerous out here for everybody. The world is going crazy. That is why I've labeled my other podcast, I've rebranded it as The End of Days with thejbgunner. The reason for that is because, man, and I'm not a religious person. Whether you're religious or not religious, there's something in the water. Motherfuckers have lost their mind. And we're more divided than ever. We're more violent than ever. People give a fuck less more than ever. And clearly, it's dangerous to go outside. It's dangerous to go to events like this. And what's even more dangerous about it is our own government they like shit like this. A man by the name of Rahm Emanuel said, never let a good crisis go to waste. It's where you get false flags and shit like that. They love it when mass shootings occur because it gives them a chance to push their agenda, regardless of which side of the agenda you're on. But typically, when it comes to shootings and mass shootings, it's a leftist agenda that's pushed that wants to, essentially affect your Second Amendment. And they use this. They use shit like this. And I'll show you later on where they do now. So anyway, as we saw in this story, there you go. There's Tyrone right there, old homie G. Old homie G was in trouble. There's the weaponry right there. They literally brought it in with the goddamn weapons. They literally brought it in. These people intended. What the fuck is wrong with Cuomo's head? The fuck is wrong with Cuomo?
We have a couple with us tonight who helped stop.
What the fuck is wrong with Cuomo? It's like, you know what? Fuck Cuomo. Fucking weirdo. I don't know what the fuck. So they tackled him. What the fuck was wrong with Cuomo? You know what? Never mind. Just never mind. But it was really cool that spectators tackled him, got in, kind of saved the day. Rest in peace to that woman who was a DJ. Rest in peace to her, obviously. Yeah, see, I don't know if that image was Kelsey, man. And I'm going to show you why. Because it couldn't have been. That's him right there. That image couldn't have been Travis Kelsey. Maybe, yeah. So they couldn't have been. Now that I look at it, it don't even look like the motherfucker. But it does look like him when he's shaved. I have no... Was that an other Super Bowl? Because he's not wearing the same hat. Was that a different Super Bowl image from 2 years ago or last year? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll let you guys tell me. Anyways, so 9 children were shot during the Kansas City Super Bowl parade. 1 person dead, up to 29 injured. Take a look at some of the headlines surrounding this case. Radio DJ, mother of 2, age 44, is confirmed as the dead victim in this situation. Her name is Lisa Lopez Galvan. We've seen her image. That's her right there. Definitely rest in peace to her, and my condolences to her family. Biden, of course, comes out and says, Kansas City Super Bowl parade shooting should shock us, shame us into acting, and urges Congress to enact gun laws after mom of 2 killed and 21 injured in largest attack. Let me ask you something, Joe Biden. You think them Tyrones had them AR-15s or them weapons legally? Is that what you really think? That's not true at all. Let's be real here. And every Tyrone watching this, for the most part, especially if you're in the hood, yo, he'll tell you his shit ain't legal. Your typical Tyrone, let's just call it what it is, almost 50% of Tyrones are convicted felons. The odds of them having a legal AR-15 is pretty slim. So your gun laws would only prevent law-abiding citizens from having weapons to fight back with. Joe Biden appealed to Americans to support his appeal to ban assault weapons, he says. He said, I told you, they will not stop. They will use this to their advantage every time. So they're going to be talking about mass murders, but with guns, but by year. And now finally, they're covering Tyrone shit. But you know who you're not seeing? You're not seeing a lot of information on the shooters. The mainstream media is not telling you much of shit in regards to the shooters. And I got more mass shootings from Tyrones in this story. In fact, let me just show you, you know what, we'll wait. Travis Kelce's heartbroken over tragic shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade that left 1 person dead and 22 injured. He said, KC, you mean the world to me. Yeah, I still think that was Travis Kelce from maybe last year's Super Bowl, if his beard was cut. I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs parade rampage that left 1 dead, 21 wounded is the 49th mass shooting this year that has already seen 81 people killed by gun violence. Look, man. they're not going to be happy until they're not going to be happy until they take your weapons. And look at them. They're showing incidents from last year, passing it off as if it was this year, 2024 and shit. I didn't hesitate. Just do it. Kansas City hero who tackled armed suspect after shooting that left one dead. And I will say this. Says the cops have not spoken to him yet. How can that be? As new video of arrest emerges. Why wouldn't the cops speak to that man? Why wouldn't the cops speak to this man?
One guy was hollering and saying, stop him, or catch him, tackle him, whatever. And he's just bailing running. And out of nowhere, I heard that guy hollering, so I'm just like, okay, well, I'm right here. And I didn't even think about it. I just reacted and hesitate.
That's what a hero does, man. It's what a man does. You don't think about it. You just take the motherfucker out. From jubilation to terror in seconds, harrowing pictures capture the moment. Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade descended into violence. Everybody, man, that had to have been fucked up. Being in a crowd like that. Look at this fat woman. This fat woman got fucked up. That fat woman got fucked up. That's crazy, man. Some of the images from this. There's a Tyrone there. Says unclear if he was one of the shooters or something of that nature. That's crazy, right? I feel for people in these situations, man. When people get out there and hang out with their family and are celebrating, they shouldn't have to go to this. It's just the truth, man. We live in a fucked up society. Bold Kansas City Chiefs fan remains in his chair while crowds dive for cover during Super Bowl parade. I want to look at him. Yeah. This is my spirit animal. If I ever had a spirit animal, let me blow up his shit a little bit. Everybody's running and ducking. My man right here is like, fuck these people. That is my spirit animal right there. He's like, fuck this shit. I ain't about to see. He's like, I ain't about to run. Oh, that's good shit, right? Kansas City Department slam for keeping up tweet saying Super Bowl parade attendees look great today after the shooting. Look, man, why would you expect them to be so unbusy that they have time to go back and take down tweets? You guys are fucking retarded. I understand a lot of you guys are just constantly online, terminally online, but not everybody else is. Didn't you think you should take down that tweet? No, man, I was busy handling the fucking mass shooting, jackass. Fucking dummies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand people. The last thing on most of our minds is Twitter. Donna Kelsey reveals Chiefs stars were rushed to Arrowhead really fast after fatal shooting. Mom of Travis Kelsey returns to Union Station after joining Super Bowl parade. So they got him out of there pretty quick, which is cool. NFL says it's deeply saddened by the senseless shooting, blah, blah, blah. You already knew they were going to come out and make some sort of statement like that. Now, here's where the gun, we already heard Biden. Parents of Parkland victim end up talking about Kansas City Chiefs parade instead of speaking about the anniversary of the son's death. Not surprised at all. And they're going to use all of these to push this gun control bullshit. It's what the libtards do. I still think that's Travis Kelsey. I mean, I could be completely wrong. By the way, this ain't the only one. Tyrones have been shooting up shit all the time. Another shooting incident. 4 students injured in Atlanta high school shooting. Active shooter reported at Gardens Mall in West Palm Beach. 3 separate shooting incidents have been reported on Wednesday, prompting an urgent response from law enforcement. A distressing episode unfolded on Wednesday as 4 students from Benjamin E. Mays High School were injured in a shooting incident in the school's lower campus parking lot. The Atlanta Police Department reported that gunfire originated from an unidentified vehicle shortly after the school day ended. Tyrone's doing drive-bys and shit at the goddamn school. Shortly after dismissal, shots were fired from an unknown vehicle, striking 4 students at Benjamin E. Mays High School, lower campus parking lot. Students were transferred to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. In a separate incident, panic struck shoppers at the Gardens Mall as reports of an active shooter emerged. WPBF covered the situation, reporting that the mall was placed on immediate lockdown following reports of gunfire inside the shopping center shortly before 3 p.m. Tyrone's doing it all over the country. Shoppers sought refuge in stores, with one witness recounting her experience of hiding in the back of a Lily Pulitzer store, while another said they hid in the back of a Gucci store. There was no injuries in that shooting. And of course, we had the Kansas City shooting. But that's not it. That's not it. Man 35 is shot dead, and 5 people are injured in bloody shooting on New York City subway at rush hour. Cops hunt gunmen on the run. Jesus, who was shooting people in the Bronx? Who was shooting people in the subway? Really curious about who could have possibly done this, aren't you? Let's take a look at the story.
Just in tonight, this deadly shooting on the New York City subway just a short time ago at the beginning of rush hour. On a subway platform in the Bronx, at least 1 person has died tonight. The suspect seen fleeing the scene. The subway cars stopped at the station. The images coming in, NYPD officers helping a person who appears to be injured. ABC's Trevor Alt tonight with the video just coming in.
Tonight, the urgent manhunt after a deadly subway shooting during rush hour in New York City.
We have multiple people shot at the Mount Eden Avenue 4 line.
Police say just before 5 p.m., the shooter opened fire on the platform of the Mount Eden Avenue train station in the Bronx, not far from Yankee Stadium. At least 6 people shot, 1 of them killed, the gunfire erupting as passengers waited for the train.
Now police are starting to put out evidence markers, which are indicating that there are shell casings here right on the subway platform.
The NYPD and ATF swarming the scene. Officers leading a victim away from the bloodstained platform.
We heard maybe around 14 shots back to back.
Police saying the suspect ran from the scene. No weapon has been recovered.
No weapon.
David, police sources say the shooting was the result of some sort of dispute.
Of course.
5 of the victims' injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening, but that 6th victim died at the hospital. David.
Oh, Tyrone was over here getting shitty. Oh, there we go.
He's releasing photos of 2 suspects wanted in connection with yesterday's deadly shooting at the Mount Eden subway station.
Big shock.
1 person was killed and 5 others injured. Fox Eye's Lisa Evers has the latest on the investigation.
Residents and subway riders in this community are no strangers to crime.
You can get your, just in case you didn't know, you can get your Bring Back the Boat merch in my merch store down below. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Bring Back the Boat.
And violence, but the wild shootout that took place here during rush hour has some wondering if things will ever get better.
What was wrong with that bitch's mouth?
NYPD officers patrolled the number 4 train platform at the Mount Eden station hours after 2 men in their 20s, seen here in surveillance photos, opened fire on each other as the crowded train was pulling into the station.
Yo, cuz, what are you doing on my train?
That each suspect was allegedly armed with a semi-automatic handgun, and they fired off at least 15 rounds.
Everybody's got handguns, automatic weapons, whatever, stun guns. You name it, they got it on the train. Knives, whatever.
You do think about it. You think about this thing every day. The guns are out of control.
6 people.
Here they go. Of course they're going to push that.
71 were hit by flying bullets. One of them, 35-year-old Obed Beltran Sanchez, who has no known address, died.
Homeless dude dead.
Fox 5 it's not clear yet if any of those shot were the intended targets. Riders tell us the incident is leaving them even more wary.
It definitely is very dangerous, and I feel like also for the kids, because around that time people are coming out after school and out of work, and that time is just crazy. I get on this train quite often, and you have to think about your safety at all times. It's sad.
Police are now looking for these 2 men, believed to be in their 20s, who fled the scene. Riders tell us they see police, but something more must be done.
It was uncalled for. I don't know why they don't got metal detectors before you go in. or some kind of a security system to like deter our weapons being taken on the subway.
Man, New York is complete trash. Kansas City's complete trash. Atlanta's complete trash. Just saying. Mass shootings happening all over the place. Crime happening all over the place. Gee, I wonder why. It couldn't be certain policies, could it? And it's not gun laws. You can't blame the object for people's derangement. Just saying. Maybe when you make everybody feel like they're oppressed, you convince them they're oppressed. Maybe that's why they lash out. Or maybe it's just because they're fucking savages and can't get along with each other. That's probably what it is. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let me know in the comment section what you think about all this that's going on. My condolences to all the victims, particularly in the Kansas City area. I appreciate every last one of you. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Join the Gun Squad today. I'll see you guys in the next story. Peace out.